Okay, it's time for your daily dose of calling out Channel 1. And how are we going to call them out today, you may be wondering? Well, today, there was actually some good news that came out last night from the Queen's DA's office that we're going to read in just a second. So, what's the good news, you may be wondering, from Miss Melinda Katz? Well, we'll get to that in a second. But this is their homepage today. You think that the fire in Brooklyn that happened overnight would be a much more serious story. And in fact, News 12 Brooklyn did a good job covering it. And we're going to watch their video in just a second, because a lot of people did get displaced by fire in Brooklyn. In fact, there were 2 fires that actually happened in Brooklyn. But the one in Bushwick should have been the top priority. But no, it's nowhere to be found. They don't care that people are now displaced out of their apartment. They don't care about that. No! Look, talking about Salem. I mean, look, in order to find the information about the good news from Queen's DA Melinda Katz, look at this. I mean, this is ridiculous. So what we're going to do is read something more professional. Alright? Let's read from the Queen's DA's office herself. Here we go. Yesterday, Queens District Attorney Melinda Katz announced some excellent news that a suspect has been charged in connection to the Bayside tire slashing spree that happened last weekend. D. Lasersmith was arrested and charged with numerous counts of criminal mischief for allegedly slashing the tires of 27 separate vehicles along 42nd Avenue in Bayside. The incident took place between the hours of 1 a.m. and 7 a.m. on Sunday, August 7, 2022. So again, this happened on the east side of the bridge on the Clearview. Thankfully, again, this wasn't the west side, because everybody knows the west side is where Osnum Hall is. District Attorney Katz said, as alleged, this defendant caused thousands of dollars worth of damage by going on a slashing spree along a quiet residential street. More than 24 victims must now pay to repair and replace the vandalized vehicle tires. The senseless nuisance will not be tolerated in Queens County. The defendant is now charged accordingly and faces prison time if convicted. Mr. Lasersmith of Bayside, Queens, was arrested by the 111 precinct on August 10th, 2022. So he was arrested Wednesday and was criminally charged with 1 count of criminal mischief in the 2nd degree, 25 counts of criminal mischief in the 3rd degree, and 27 counts of criminal mischief in the 4th degree. The defendant was arraigned yesterday before Queens Criminal Court Judge Anthony M. Battisti, who ordered the defendant to return to court on October 6, 2022. Mr. Lasersmith will face up to 7 years in prison if convicted. Oh! So we're not going to pursue federal charges now! Look at that, Melinda Katz. Look at that. The Fed should be getting involved in this. Where's Merrick Garland? Oh yeah, he's too busy focusing on Jan Trump right now. Unbelievable. There should be federal charges filed. Get a longer prison sentence. This guy shouldn't be in jail for 7 years. My goodness. Where's the federal prosecutors? Unbelievable. Merrick Garland, shame on you. Shame on you. According to the complaint, on August 7th, between the hours of 1 a.m. and 7 a.m., the defendant allegedly used a knife to slash 27 tires that were parked in Bayside on 42nd Avenue between 213th Street and Corporal Kennedy. Again, federal charges should be filed. Unbelievable. Melinda Katz is being weak on the sentence. 7 years. This guy should be serving a 25 to life. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So if this guy somehow, some way gets sentenced in October, guess what? He's out of prison in 2029. And he can do the same thing all over again. This is ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. As part of the investigation conducted by the 111 police precinct, a folding knife was recovered from the rear passenger door of the defendant's vehicle. So, yeah. So $13,000 was estimated. Of course, WABC TV showed surveillance video back on Sunday, August 7th. The defendant was seen on WABC TV stopping and bending down near the tires of numerous parked vehicles. So they should have acknowledged that Channel 7 actually had a role in this. So in a way, Kimberly Richardson basically helped catch the criminal. Look at that. So thank you, Kimberly Richardson, at least. But still, I mean, why wasn't Merrick Garland contacted? You know, there should be federal charges filed for slashing these tires. I think this is a federal misdemeanor right here. Trust me, if I was in the state senate, you know I would have been calling D.C. You know I would have been telling them Melinda Katz is issuing a less harsh sentence. Trust me. I would have called some kind of Republican court, some kind of circuit court that Trump had involved with. And trust me, they would have had the final say. And I would have gotten this guy in a federal courtroom. You know, this is why you need people like me to be in the government. But no, I'm not allowed to. So anyhow, before we get off topic, we need to talk about what happened in Brooklyn. And this was so unfortunate. And again, shame on Channel 1 for not having this on their homepage. So 21 people were displaced after an apartment fire in Brooklyn. And there's another fire that we are going to talk about in Brooklyn as well. Because I don't think News 12 Brooklyn covered it. So, yes, I said we weren't going to talk about Brooklyn as much. But when there's a major fire that happens, I have to cover it. Because that's like my obligation. So, let's watch the video from News 12 Brooklyn.
Well, we're following developing news in Brooklyn where FDNY officials are investigating the cause of a 3-alarm fire that left more than a dozen people without a home. We're going to check in with News 12's John A. Caldwell, who was on Montrose Avenue with the very latest.
I saw like an explosion, like boof, boof, and then flames just came like rushing out the top of the roof and the back and the side of the windows, and then I seen people running out.
Flames erupting this morning at 236 Montrose Avenue. You can see fire and heavy smoke here, which sent tenants running for safety.
The floor above us is fire that spread up and to the side. It was horrible.
The blaze waking Kaylee Jefferson and her boyfriend Brandon from their sleep around 7:15. Thankfully, they were able to make it out with their most sentimental belongings.
Just the cats and my grandma's ashes. Like, I just grabbed what I could and ran out. It's hard, you know, but I'm sure it's gonna be okay. I'm just hope everyone's okay.
Fire officials say the fire started on the second floor of the building before spreading to the third floor and neighboring apartment building. 5 people, including 3 firefighters, are recovering from non-life-threatening injuries. Thankfully, we're told all the tenants were rescued from the burning building.
That's always our main concern, right? Our number one thing is life, and at the same time, where the trucks are going in and making the rescues, the engine companies are stretching their lines.
Brandon says his grandmother owns the building, which has been in the family for at least 3 decades. But today, he's just grateful to be alive.
It's heartbreaking. You know, things happen for a reason, though. I just trying to be positive about everything. I'm glad we're safe and nobody's dead or and really badly injured right now that I know of.
Right now, we know that at least 21 tenants are displaced. The Red Cross is here, and they tell me they're assisting those tenants. The FDNY says they're looking into exactly how this fire started. Renowned Bushwick, John A. Caldwell, News 12.
So that again was an excellent report by News 12 Brooklyn. So 236 Montrose Avenue. I think I know where this is. Let's Google it. Yeah, because we're going to take a look at the News 12 Brooklyn. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I think I know where this is. I think I know where this is. Hang on. I may have a good idea of where this is. Champ's Diner. Yeah, I think this is a vegan diner that Yuki Endo was telling me about once. Now this is starting to become familiar. Oh yeah, I definitely know where this is. This is right by Williamsburg. Yep, I know exactly where this is. Now, if I'm correct, yeah, this is right by Bushwick and Grant Street. Yeah, I know where this is. So, Let's see what the house looked like before the fire. I mean, this does technically look like an apartment building, but still. I mean, this is just so unfortunate. And again, Channel 1 didn't cover this. You know, people are now displaced from their home. They have nowhere to go now. Okay, so who cares about this polio virus? You know, we've had 2 major fires happening in Brooklyn that, you know, the media is just somehow, some way putting off. So, to wrap up this video, I am going to have to read from, yeah. Ooh, an offer got attacked. I don't think Channel 1 even had this on their homepage. Yeah, an author got attacked. Yeah, so we're going to have to read that on News 12 Brooklyn's website after I read this one. So here we go. Early morning fire at a recycling plant in Brooklyn. So here we go. This happened yesterday, this morning, 3:35 a.m. This was Gershel Recycling at 818 Pitkin Avenue. Several firefighters were met with a towering flame and took on defensive measures to knock down the blaze, utilizing the tower ladders of Tower Ladder 120 and 170. Wow, so this happened while I was sleeping. No surprise. The debris from the fire contained scrap metal, tires, and other flammable materials. The grappling keen was used by firefighters to clear the debris. Wow, and look at that. The fire was raging for 5 hours. Wow. So again, how could Channel 1 ignore this? You know, 2 major fires that happened in Brooklyn. 2 major fires. I think I know where in Brooklyn this is. Pitkin Avenue. This is starting to ring a bell to me now. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I think I know where this is. East New York. East New York. Yep. Pitkin Avenue. I know exactly where this is. Not too far from where Atlantic Avenue is. Right here. Yep, there's Eastern Parkway. Oh, there's Atlantic. Yeah, that's Linden Boulevard. Okay, Brookdale's on Linden Boulevard. Now I remember. Because I'm just so mad at the media's not covering these stories that should be covered, and I have to do it. You know, I'm so sick of this. Okay, so let's see this. A book author was attacked on a lecture stage. I think this happened in Manhattan. Here we go. Ooh, look at this. This happened at the Chautauqua Institution. Okay, this is interesting. So where did this happen? Let's see. Oh, this happened upstate. I mean, how in the world do you post a story from upstate New York? Unless... Is this guy from New York? Then maybe that's why, but... Let's see. Look him up. Oh, he's from India. Oh, he's from India. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. I understand why. Okay, this guy's a big deal. Okay. But that's unfortunate. So a major celebrity got attacked in upstate New York. Of course, Channel 1 ignores that too. Just because. You know why. You know why. So here we go again with Channel 1 being ignorant as usual. And, you know, just refreshing the page. Who cares about the stupid polio virus? I don't. It's so dumb. It's so dumb what Channel 1 is up to. I'm sick of it already. I'm sick of it. So at least we have something going on. But still, I mean... I'm hoping that we're going to get this crime wave under control, but as I've said, until bail reform gets repealed, it's just not going to get fixed right now. So I'm done talking. I have a big day out in Long Island later today. I'm going to be attending the county executives concert tonight at Eisenhower. Then, of course, many of you know tomorrow I'll be with the Town of Oyster Bay supervisor again. So I have a busy weekend ahead of me, so That's it. Thank you for watching.